exposure and orientation.
Okay.
Because your level of orientation and exposure matters a lot.
Okay.
You know that most people don't want to like think out of the box.
Okay.
And as a human being, you need to think out of the box and start doing the extraordinary, what people think you cannot do.
Okay.
So the moment you start doing that, and almost everything you are doing, even if you are running a business, you need education. So there are some business that you can run, tech, owning a business, owning a store and all of that. You still need level of education. But you don't expect that everybody that is patronizing you, they are illiterate or they don't know what they are doing. So you still need level of education to like know how to talk to them, to calculate your profit and loss, to know trending things, to feel like this is what you need to implement more, this is what your business is lagging. So in almost every aspect, as a female, you need education. So you yourself, okay, let's just assume the saying that you are going to end up in the kitchen. That's once you end up in the kitchen or once you get married, you are still going to like give birth to children. Those children, you need education to train them. Because you cannot give what you don't have, certainly. If you are not educated or you don't have something upstairs apart from education, education brings out morals, discipline, respect, and all of that, all different angles. So if you don't have education and all of that, how do you tend to like train those people that you are ending up in the kitchen with? You see that everything revolves around being a learned person and having education.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa fun fact gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ti mọ̀. Orúkọ mi ò yí padà látàná títí dèní. Bello Ahmed Ọláwùmí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ti mọ̀ náà ni. Èmi náà ni mo tún máa host ètò yín lénìí. Bí mo ṣe máa ti wọ́n ṣàdéhùn fún yín pé gbogbo ìgbà tá a bá máa gbéyàn wá sórí ètò wa yìí, ẹni tó ṣe wípé wọ́n ó máa wá ṣe wá láǹfààní ni. Ẹni tí mo tiẹ̀ tún wá gbé wá lénìí kò tún kí ń ṣe ọkùnrin, obìnrin bí ọkùnrin ni. Pàápàá jùlọ ó má dàbí pé bóyá mo fẹ́ máa wá gòfà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, because ní tí wọ́n fẹ́ wá ṣe fún wa lénìí, àǹfààní tó ṣe wípé oníkálùkù wa ò lè rówó débi pé a máa sọ pé a fẹ́ rí owó rẹ̀ rà ni. Àǹfààní tẹ́ pé àti ìgbọ́rí àbí àti ìkọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ rẹ̀ yín bìkan ni òun ni wọ́n fẹ́ wá ṣe fún wa bí lénìí. Ó má dàbí pé mo fẹ́ máa lọ jù lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn kí a lè gbọ́ orúkọ wọn, kí wọ́n dẹ̀ lè ṣe àǹfààní fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bá àwọn tí wọ́n ti máa ń wá sórí ètò yìí tí wọ́n ti máa ń ṣe àǹfààní fún wa ní orí ètò yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn. Welcome to this program. We do appreciate you coming to this program, and we thank you, the entire team. Fun fact, we appreciate you coming here. Tí n bá ṣe mistake, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ obìnrin alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tá a máa gbé wá sórí show wa yìí. And a lot of our fans inú wọn máa dùn, and they will be like, okay, let's learn from these people as we do learn from them. Because gbogbo àwọn tí mo ti ń gbé wá láti ilẹ̀ náà tẹ́lẹ̀, àwọn máa ń surprise wọn lórí ètò yìí. And I believe you are going to do even more than we think on this show today. Please, can we know your name?
Hi everyone, my name is Akinrinlade Fatiah.
Akinrinlade Fatiah. Where are you from? Where were you born?
I was born and brought up in Lagos, but I'm from Oyo State, Ibadan to be precise.
Okay, that's good. If I'm not too fast forward, can you tell us maybe a little about your background or your upbringing?
I was born and brought up in mainland to be precise. While I was growing up, I stayed at Oyinbo Casino area, so that was what I was born and bred up. But I school in Ijorabadia, so my daddy works here. He has a shop here, so I come with my dad every day to school. So after school, probably during holidays period, I go to Lagos Island. That's where I stay. I don't stay in Badia like that.
Oh, that's good. Ibi tí ẹ ti kọ́kọ́ land the question yẹn, ibẹ̀ lèmi náà ti máa gbé tí mo tún fẹ́ béèrè, because bá ṣe máa ń ṣe lórí ètò yìí nìyẹn. When you said something, you said you schooled in Ijorabadia, right? Ní ìtàn tó wà níkà pé you are educated.
Yes.
Wow, that's nice. Mo tó wá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí n béèrè question ni pé a lot of people we do argue it outside pé tí obìnrin tán bá lọ sí school, the school ends in kitchen. Is that word, is it correct? Ṣé fact làwọn èèyàn ń sọ ni àbí wọ́n kàn ń sọ àsọgbọnú? Because we need to understand the fact that pé ṣé lóòótọ́ education obìnrin kò wúlò àbó wúlò?
Yeah, I feel like basically those times that they say children or female children end up in the kitchen is just during the olden days, like ayé àwọn bàbá yẹn tán wá ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. So nowadays, this is 2025, and I'm very sure that a lot of women are evolving already. You can see Fumi Alakija, we can see the wife of the president of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. Like, you have a lot of women that are doing great politically, entrepreneurship, in whatever aspects you can think of nowadays. Like everywhere, almost everywhere, you are seeing females.
They are taking the field.
Yes.
So are you trying to convince us now that people saying women in the kitchen, that is a false fact? Or what do you mean by that?
It's definitely first because in Koto Fojuan, almost everybody is seeing it. Even as an undergraduate that you are still in school, you see female taking charge. In my school recently, we just finished our election, and Faculty of Science, they have the first female after like 46 years. So to see that female are already at the forefront, they are doing what male can do as well, and they are doing it better.
So you are telling us here now that ọ̀rọ̀ táwọn èèyàn máa ń sábà sọ pé gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ tóbìnrin bá kọ́ kitchen ló máa ń hẹ́ndì sí irọ́ ni.
It's definitely like us as a guy, almost everybody enter the kitchen. As a female, I'm not a fan of cooking. So I can choose not to go to the kitchen. Like, it's just, even if I get married, it's just an understanding between I and my husband. I want to cook today, I don't want to cook. Like, it's not...
Ẹ má confuse àwọn fan wa because they will be like, why would you say you won't cook for your husband?
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. It's just an understanding in marriage. I'm married.
A lot of people, ẹlòmíì ò ń farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Some people, they will misunderstand what you said. And they'll be like, okay, is she teaching us online that even if you get married, we should tell our husband that, okay, today I will cook, tomorrow I'm not going to cook.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say,
we are here to learn.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is that when you are married, it's just like you having an understanding with your partner.
Okay.
Probably sometimes you come back home late, you are tired and all of that. So if you marry the right person, no less please. So if you marry the right person, it's so easy for him to understand, okay, this person is tired, I can fix something or something like that. And even if you want to cook, you might just cook something light, probably rice or noodles or spag. Do you get?
And he's going to understand.
Yes, now.
Well, I love that aspect. So let's continue with the question. As you've explained to us now that women in the community, they need to be educated. Value wo ni education tí obìnrin tó lọ ń kọ́ yẹn, value wo ló fẹ́ add sí community wide? If you said they are not ending up in the kitchen, what value are they adding to this community? Because when you see a lot of people in great places, maybe in great fields in this Nigeria, even not Nigeria, outside Nigeria, maybe other countries, we see a lot of people there that are taking charge, they are men. What value are the women who are educated adding to this country or to this community?
Okay, so as a woman, for the fact that you are educated, you are definitely bringing something to the table.
Okay.
So the table, I mean, probably is a service to humanity. You are doing something. We have seen different women who are philanthropists, who own an NGO. You see some they engage in civic engagements, like doing something about holding governments accountable and all of that. So women being educated add a lot to the community, because it's going to like take back the old saying that women are liability.
Okay.
So as a woman, when you have your own work, probably a white collar job, a corporate one, entrepreneur, you own a business and all of that, you are definitely earning your own money. You are not a liability to somebody, or you are not just jobless and not finding something to do. You can see women doing well in political space as well. So they are lending their voice to people in their community. They are lending their voice to people in their constituency. Sorry, I'm using politics a lot. I'm a political fan. Do you get? So
I'll still go there.
So if you see women, okay, the Honorable Mojisola Miranda, she is there. She's representing our people and she's lending her voice to our people. Recently, she did something like children coming for summer to do tech or something. She's giving back to the society.
Okay.
So we have female that give back to the society in terms of probably hosting a podcast show, running an NGO. We have seen different young female come online on Instagram. There's this girl, King Michi. She gifts people with money. The same with Ashakai. And this other lady too, Enju. I don't know if the name is correct. So they give back to the society. So as an educated person, you see things differently. Not like the olden days of doing something.
Okay. You said something earlier. You said politically, women are doing well in that field, right? But to me, according to my own understanding, in the Senate, we have 109 senators representing each state in this country. But if we should check the number of females in that Senate, there are no more than 4. So why are these people not coming out? When we have 109 senates, you know, it's not even up to the 1/3 of the number of the senates. So why is it like that?
So for that, if you check the past record, you can see that it was not even up to this extent before. So, and I'm very sure that we are getting there. Currently, the Senate is passing a bill title. Oh God, I've forgotten. But then women inclusion, something like women equity in political space. They are fighting for the allocation of a particular seat to women, probably 20% or something like that. So we are not there before. We are just starting. I'm very sure that probably next year or someday we are going to get there.
That things are going to change by next year.
Yes, hopefully.
Oh, that's good. I love that. Then moving on, we talk about child upbringing. You said women need, when they are educated, they have to give back to the community, right? All these children giving back to the community. How do you think your own way can we bring up these children to be of useful to the nation?
Children
As a female, I'm talking about the female aspect.
Okay, yes.
You know, when we check what is going on online now, if you see a lot of things online, you see, I saw something online yesterday. So I was scrolling through my TikTok and I saw a lady. So the guy was telling her that if you want gifts, I'm going to give you lion. But what you need to do is that you have to remove your top and start massaging your bobs live on a live program. So these are things we see online that all our females are engaging in. How do we call our females back to the right way? And how do we bring our children up so as for them to be useful and be good to the nation?
So for that aspect, I feel the whole stuff started from your foundation. As a female, your foundation matter a lot. Your home, your parents, your environment. Sometimes, even if your environment does not define you, sometimes.
Okay.
So it depends on your parents and the life you want to live for yourself.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, I grew up in Badia. Like I school in Badia. My secondary school days in Badia. So it does not mean more forgo or doing all sort of things. No. I feel like what you want for yourself and your future matter. So for that lady that you said she's caressing her boobs on a life, is everything started from our upbringing.
So you being a scholar, how do you think we could bring up our children, our female children, so as for them to learn in the right way and be of useful to the nation?
So when you want to, there is no like a magic or a fixed way of bringing up a female.
Okay.
Just that you notice, if as a parent you need to notice what works for you and what works perfectly, and again pray. Okay. Yes, when you pray, sometimes you feel like I can do this, but then God tested a lot of people with things.
Okay.
So you just in the sense of training your child, you make sure that you pray. So when you are training them, you make sure you give them a quality education, you treat them with love, and you make sure they are exposed to things earlier. Because as a female, when you are exposed to probably some sexual education,
okay,
you get to like know it from home, not that you just be hearing it from outside and you feel carried away or somebody's brainwashing you or you feel gaslighted. No, if it's something that you have learned from your mom or your dad, you know that okay, if I do this, I'm not on the right path, and if I do this, I'm definitely not on the right path.
Do you believe exposing them to things earlier will make things better for them, or will make them the best person you want them to be?
So when I mean exposing them to things earlier, I don't mean like probably 10 years or something. So as a girl, we see that puberty starts earlier nowadays.
Yes.
Probably because of the century or something. So when you notice puberty in your female child, that's when you need to start telling her about sexual education.
How do you think the government can support women in their education and make it more affordable, more encourageable, so a lot of women will be able to participate in education and educate?
Government can help in education aspects by providing free education, and which we have government schools already. So and doing webinars, educating them, hosting training for female.
According to what you said government school. According to what I know, most of the government school in this Lagos, not even Lagos, in other states in Nigeria, if you see a lot of their women, they do something far different from what is supposed to be done in school. Why do you think such is happening?
I think for that aspect, it depends on the discipline and the moral of the school itself. Like,
okay, what type of discipline do you think government should implement in those government schools so as for the ladies to be of good character to the community?
I think it's not even about the ladies alone. Okay. If you see some male child, when they go to government school, they behave like a rascal.
Okay.
So it's just the nature of like the normal grassroots government school that we know.
Okay.
So, but then government can come in the place of making sure that the teachers in those schools are carrying out their duty as expected, like coming early to school, making sure they don't support bullying, and the teacher themselves being of their best conduct by making sure they come to school early, attending the assembly, and putting some right things in place inside the school premises.
Do you think with this solution things are going to change for the students?
Definitely, because I feel like I've known a lot of students that went to a public school. Sometimes people don't even know that I did not go to a public school. I went to a private school, but they feel, I just feel it's just like this common street otis. Yes, because it's just what you want for yourself. I've known male, female that went to a government school and they are doing better. Like they are doing far better than those that went to a private school.
The reason why I'm saying this is that I particularly am a product of a government school, and I could see a lot of things happening. Though your focus and determination, we said, okay, where are you going to and how are you going to be behaving? But in most cases as well, all these teachers, they are trying their best. They are trying to make students learn. They are trying to prove what they need to prove to the students. But in another aspect again, these students, they don't want to learn. At times, they even bully the teachers. I think government needs something. They need to provide something, maybe extra security that will make the students more. I don't know how to put that, but I hope you understand.
Yes,
me.
I understand where you're coming from, but I still feel like it's what you want, like your self-determination and your home.
Okay.
Do you get? So there's no how you'll be having this rascality behavior in school and they will not notice at home.
Okay.
As a parent, you must be the noticer and all of that.
But I'm sorry to cut you off. According to what you said now, we have a lot of students, mostly females in the universities. Their parents are home while they are in school. When they are at home, they behave calmly. They behave like a good girl. But while in school,
Do you know that those kind of habits started from secondary school?
okay,
Do you get? So when you're in secondary school, those habits that you inculcated and they can still see you, I think those are the times or days that they can curb those habits. So when you get to secondary, when you get to the university, it's just a continuation of what you have been doing at home.
for me, I do see a lot of them. I think I have someone very close to myself. When she's home, she makes use of her view and she prays daily. But while in school, she removed the view. And even the way she will dress, you never think that she's the one. So are you telling me that the parents did not try their best in bringing her up? Or what do you think to that?
There's this Yoruba saying, I don't know if I know it correctly. Báwo ló máa ṣe sọ? Èèyàn kí fi tipátipá mú ẹran lọ sódò àbí màálù kó sọ á fi tipátipá fún lómi.
Okay.
So parents, teachers, society, peer pressure, everybody are going to try their best in bringing up a child. So it now depends on that child, what I wanted for myself, what I wanted to like take in as a person.
Okay.
So if you know where you are going to and you have a future that you're targeting, I feel like there are certain things that you will not do as a human being. You have your own principle, you have values that guide you, you have your don'ts and do. So things like that will guide your school life, your university life. I'm also in school and I'm very sure that school is a place you can learn everything, like every aspect of the moral, character, personalities, education, sports, politics, and all that. It's a field or it's an environment where you grow and have the right exposure. So it depends on the kind of people you are working with and what you want for yourself. It's not everybody that goes to school because I have a future, I'm going. Some went because of peer pressure, some went because their parents actually want them to learn and they themselves are not ready to learn. Some went because let me just go and get the certificates. So once you get there, if you mingle with the right set of people, that mentality of yours can change.
Okay.
But if you go there and like mingle with the wrong set of people, I think you are still going to like continue in that flow that you have been bringing from your house. Okay. So university, you don't expect lecturers to come and tell you that do this or do that. Even in some cases, some lecturers feel like they are meant to do it. They'll tell you that don't do this, don't do that. You know now, like some of them are parents. Okay. Most of them rather are parents. So they will tell you that you see some of them, they will still like talk to you. But regardless, what you are bringing from your home and that future that you are targeting matters a lot.
And don't you think the government is responsible to take care of these things, like organizing a committee? I'm just thinking of this in my own way or in my own aspect. Like the government organizing a committee in those universities, in those polytechnics, in those college of educations, that would be like, okay, these committees will just be of a good moral and conduct. Okay, in a situation whereby any lady coming to school dressed half naked should not be given the access to enter the school premises, don't you think all these things are going to work?
If I tell you that they are going to work, is a lie.
Okay.
It's never going to work.
So give me the
But
reason.
the reason why, for you to have been in a university, you feel like you're an adult already.
I think this is the work of the government. Government should control everything.
There is little to what governments can do. Normally, there is always a school rules in my school. I attended Lagos State University last year, Ocho campus. So in my school, baggy jeans, tartar jeans, skimpy skirts, even nose ring is not allowed.
Okay.
But then you still see students that will do it. Even slippers or sandal, slippers, palm, whatever is not allowed. If you can only enter if you are wearing Crocs, cover shoe, sneakers, sandals. So those are the things that are allowed. But then you see students wear it, regardless of how much they like try to curb them not to do it.
Why are they not implementing that rule? Since
they are implementing it, just that there's little to what they can do.
Why is there little to what they can do? We are talking about the government. I think government is responsible for everything in this country. You understand? In other countries, when you get there, their rule is their rule. You can't go against it. So I think that is what is supposed to be happening in this country as well.
Do you know that all those things I mentioned, they are not government rule, they are school management rule.
Exactly.
It's different from, like, school management rule is different from other school rules. Every school have different rule that works perfectly for them.
Okay.
So there's little to government can do. The only thing government expected of the school and the VCs and the lecturers is to make sure that they are well dressed and all of that. That is why the school itself puts some rules and regulation in place to guide them. So now it now depends on the school to implement or enforce that particular rule.
Okay.
So the only thing that I know that to some extent those rules might work, but not 100%. We are in Nigeria. Even in your own household, if your dad said don't wear this, trust me, you will still see one of the siblings, do you get?
Okay.
And the father is still alive and they are living in the same place. So I feel like it just depends on you yourself, what you want. You can see that I'm making emphasis on that. Even if your parents train you, if you feel like I don't want that kind of life for myself, I want a lifestyle, I want this based on peer pressure, the society that you find yourself, you still do that thing until you realize that you're on the wrong path and like want to like correct your ways. But if not, that path that you choose, you still follow it.
In this community that we have, I've seen a lot of ladies who doubt their education. You know, I said something earlier that we do see in our own community that whatever a lady acquire, maybe she has a BSc, a master holder, a profession, anything. So it ends in the kitchen, as we do say in our community. And there are some ladies as well that doubt the value of that education they are currently in. So what can you tell them about doubting the value of their education?
That should start from their level of exposure and orientation.
Okay.
Because your level of orientation and exposure matters a lot.
Okay.
You know that most people don't want to like think out of the box.
Okay.
And as a human being, you need to think out of the box and start doing the extraordinary, what people think you cannot do.
Okay.
So the moment you start doing that, and almost everything you are doing, even if you are running a business, you need education.
Okay.
So there are some business that you can run, tech, owning a business, owning a store and all of that. You still need level of education. But you don't expect that everybody that is patronizing you, they are illiterate or they don't know what they are doing. So you still need level of education to like know how to talk to them, to calculate your profit and loss, to know trending things, to feel like this is what you need to implement more, this is what your business is lagging. So in almost every aspect, as a female, you need education. So you yourself, okay, let's just assume the saying that you are going to end up in the kitchen. That's once you end up in the kitchen or once you get married, you're still going to like give birth to children. Those children, you need education to train them. Because you cannot give what you don't have, certainly. If you are not educated or you don't have something upstairs apart from education, education brings out morals, discipline, respect, and all of that, all different angles. So if you don't have education and all of that, how do you tend to like train those people that you are ending up in the kitchen with? You see that everything revolves around being a learned person and having education.
As we normally do on this program, if you are going to the end like this, we do ask our guests, okay, maybe what contribution are you going to contribute? Maybe an encouragement to our viewers. you know, they've been benefiting from it since morning, and we want something like maybe encouragement, that you can encourage them about this field that we just talk about. Maybe you have an encouragement you want to encourage them on.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to say that as a female, you need to think out of the box.
Okay.
Don't diminish yourself to a certain circle that I cannot go, I cannot do this. No. We are here to learn. You can learn, unlearn, and relearn some certain things that you have learned while growing up.
Okay.
So in any space you find yourself, make sure you make use of it the most positively. So I believe in a mantra: to whom much is given, much is expected. The society expected more from you. So you can use your education to give back to the society.
Wow. Thank you very much. We do appreciate that and we love that. A lot of our viewers will be like, okay, this our special guest, our honorable guest. We love the way she speaks, and the lesson she will learn from her is not something we could just take off our eyes from. Maybe you have a social handle that if our viewers feel like, okay, let's connect this person, how are they going to connect with you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Oluwadamilola_Awele.
Okay.
Like Oluwadamilola_Awele.
What
Yes.
of no Facebook handle? No.
I don't. It's not active. I have, but it's not active.
Okay.
So you can also follow me on Twitter at Fatiah K, FATIHAL_L_Khaer.
Oh, that's good. Thank you very much for that. We do appreciate our honorable guest for giving us this lesson today. And as I do promise you guys, we'll be moving on to the next phase, which is the next week. And I promise you, the person I'm going to be bringing next week again is going to be what you guys are going to like. There you go, Jeman. So, come on, people, you have to take time. Ẹ jẹ́ a pàdé lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run. Ó dàbọ̀.